come in.
Hiya, boss.
Oh, hey Mike, what you doing here?
Everyone want to know whether you're gonna penalize the Gibbs people or just Keselowski and Stewart.
What you talking about, Mike? Don't you know me by now? Excuse me, the Triple H of NASCAR?
Of course, and I'm Stephanie, but that's not the point. The point is, we gotta do something. Those good guys are gonna get out of hand.
What you talking about? We're gonna take them down. Tallavega's next, man.
Perhaps, but there's also the problem that Talladega could also wipe out our new recruits. Our Gibbs teams.
Well, considering that pesky little dragon already thinks that Matt Kenseth is a baddie because of Roush and Kyle Busch is a baddie because of, well, he's Kyle Busch. It's pretty obvious that it's only a matter of time before our new recruit, Denny Hamlin, becomes a full-fledged member of the Authority.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want this plan going to fruition. So what are we gonna do about penalties to satisfy everybody and make that dragon not think we're trying to screw the good guys?
If we find Brad Keselowski $1, he's gonna think we're gonna try and screw him. So, it's pretty obvious at this point what we must do.
50-fy it?
50-fy it, yeah, boy. Come in, it's a party in here. Excuse me, dear Brian, it is time to announce the penalties. What have we decided to do with Keselowski, Stewart, Hamlin, and Kenseth? My man, Robin, come over here. As our spokesperson, we got some penalties to hand out to those two miscreant good guys in Keselowski and Stewart. See, here's our thing. We have to make sure that the Gibbs people stay the course with the Authority, so we can cash in on those pesky good guys being eliminated. What do you suggest, dear sir? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a $50,000 penalty against that little BK Yahoo. And then we're gonna half that against Stewart for no reason. A brilliant plan, sir, like always, to screw the fans of what they really want in terms of justice.
Yeah, I thought so. That's why Brian is the man.
So what do you plan to do against Joe Gibbs Racing and their miscreants? Our little miscreants is gonna get nothing. Not even a bogus penalty like you did with Carl Evans in 2010, sir? Oh, no. I'm sick and tired of that little dragon saying that Roush Fenway Racing is the most evil team in NASCAR. We're gonna convince her and the entire world that Joe Gibbs Racing, our recruit, our pure #1 contender, is the bad guy of auto racing. A very brilliant plan. How do you intend to execute this? And I thought I was the one who's drunk. I know exactly how I'm gonna do it. Gonna penalize Brad and Tony, but not Denny and Matt. They did exactly what I wanted them to do. Denny Hamlin's gonna be our new recruit on the Authority. He's going to be the future of NASCAR.
So he's gonna be Seth Rollins? Is this what you're saying?
Why did I tell you about comparing us to WWE, Mike? You ought to know better than that.
Well, the problem is many people compare us already.
Don't worry about it. Besides, I'm sure Matt and Kyle and Danny and the rest of those Gibbs guys are gonna party their asses off once they find out that they're gonna get nothing. Their declaration as the most evil team, something they've always wanted, is finally gonna happen. I'm very intrigued by this, sir, but what do you want me to tell the masses? Oh, it's simple. You see, I already told you this. We're going to penalize Brad and Tony, but not the Gibbs crew. You understand that, Robin?
Yes, sir, I do.
Then go tell our little fan masses now. Once you get done with that, I'll give you some of my ultimate drunk-esque vodka. And you can definitely join me and Mike here for the party. The Gibbs people will be here any minute, so go ahead and announce the penalties against Brad and Tony now.
Right away, sir. Anything else for you while I'm gone?
More vodka!
On it, sir.
It's gonna be a party tonight. Gibbs is gonna love us.
And so will our new recruit, Denny Hamlin. And once Denny Hamlin is finally declared a bad guy by the racing nation and that crazy dragon, we are gonna have a party like it's 1979. When I was a drunk little kid, while my father and grandfather were making NASCAR a better place. Hail to the party era!
Hail to the Gibbs era!
All hail the authority!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the media, here is the penalties that me, Brian, and Mike have decided to forge down on all 4 participants of the intriguing brawl aspect between Tony Stewart, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, and Matt Kenseth. Here are the penalties.
What in the blue hell is wrong with those idiots at NASCAR? I never thought I'd see the day I'd see a more ridiculous penalty than Truex Gate. But I think I saw something that topped that. And the name of this penalty is Gibbs Gate. NASCAR has proven once and for all that not only do they despise Brad Keselowski for whatever reason, but their empire of fatty teams has grown. Denny Hamlin brake checks Brad Keselowski after the race, and Matt Kenseth attacks Brad from behind, and neither one of those guys get penalized. Keselowski won't tolerate Hamlin's stupid activities and actions, and tries to get him, and failed, by the way. Then tries to be the bigger man and walk away from Hamlin even after Denny threw a towel at him. Then gets cheap-shotted by Kenseth, and he gets a fucking $50,000 fine and 4-week probation? Huh? That's not all, folks. Tony Stewart gets caught in the middle of this. All he does is back his car into Keselowski, and he gets a $25,000 fine and 4-week probation? Are you idiots at NASCAR fucking crazy? And yet, the Joe Gibbs Racing team in its entirety gets nada. Zilch. El Zippo. Nothing. In terms of a penalty. You know what that tells me? It tells me that jumping people from behind is acceptable if you're the bad guy. It tells me that whiners will always get their way from now on. It tells me that Joe Gibbs Racing is kissing Brian France's ass. It's stupid when you think about it. Remember when a driver punching or attacking another driver or does something stupid to them after the race is over, they get penalized? Jimmy Spencer versus Kurt Busch, Marcus Ambrose versus Casey Mears. Heck, even the 1979 Daytona 500 had penalties. I remember those. I just told you them. And usually these penalties are against drivers that NASCAR loves to hate, or against someone because their opposing person is one of NASCAR's boys. To this day, I still think that's the only reason Casey Mears got penalized in that Ambrose incident. I ain't kidding. In addition, for years, the team that I have despised the most in all the teams in NASCAR was Roush Fenway Racing. Sadly, that is no more. That's right. In terms of Joe Gibbs Racing, the Roush crew is finally off the hook. Of course, by no means am I going to raise Steven to my good side. They're bleh. But they're no longer the most evil team in NASCAR. Joe Gibbs Racing is. And that's very sad when you think about it. You know what? I also love how NASCAR always wants to do the penalties the exact opposite way I want them to. No kidding. On my birthday, a few hours before the penalty, if you follow my feed page on YouTube, you would have seen this message. I'll give you a few seconds to read it. Okay? It's like the idiots of NASCAR follow me and decided to do the exact opposite of what I wanted to see done. In addition, I put a bunch of different comments in the videos pertaining to the post-race events on NASCAR's channel, and they just wanted to mock me. Hence why I mocked them for the first 7 minutes of this video. But anyway, Denny Hamlin, you were the one shining light of Joe Gibbs Racing in the Cup Series. Even with the announcement that the one driver I despise more than any other in NASCAR was moving to Joe Gibbs Racing, the fact that you were there was the one thing that kept me from declaring Joe Gibbs Racing evil. And for the record, being declared evil means you're going to get booed a lot, and not by only me, but the entire NASCAR nation, and you're not to be trusted whatsoever. That's what being declared evil means. Anyway, I can no longer complain that. And that's sad, you know that? Not only has Joe Gibbs Racing been declared the most evil team in NASCAR, even surpassing Roush Fenway Racing somehow. Which, believe me, is something I never thought I'd ever say. But now you're on my last string. You're going to get what I call an infinite probation. And for the record, that means if the person screws up one more time, just once, they're done. They'll be declared evil. I really don't want to do that to you, but at this point, you leave me no choice. No penalty for raging out against someone just because he is one of the good guys / one of NASCAR's enemies. That's something bad guys do. I'm not big with that. Matt Kenseth, you're the reason Brainless France made the chase, so you knew I couldn't trust you whatsoever from there, let alone your time at Roush during the evil Roush era, which basically started in the Nextel era, which was the Chase era. Get it? This goes right back to the way I knew you had in you. I love how people say they were shocked to see this side of you. I'm not. You're a pest. And now you've been proven 100% without a shadow of a doubt a coward. It's like I said in one of my comments in another video. I forget which one it was, but I know it's on there. There was someone trying to complain to me. He says, "Oh, Brad says it was. Guess was right to do that. He shouldn't be penalized for it." Alright, here's the problem. Did the 1979 Daytona 500 brawl start with Cale Yarborough jumping the Allison brothers? No. In the 2002 Bristol Nationwide event, did Kevin Harvick jump Greg Biffle from behind? No. When Marcus Ambrose tried to punch Casey Mears, did he do it from behind? No. Even Jimmy Spencer had Kurt Busch face him. Yes, in a car, but still. Busch was here. Spencer was here. Bang. He didn't do it from behind. Kenseth, this just flat out proves not only are you a pest, you're a coward. A childish coward. Let me tell you how bad this really is for you, Kenseth. Before the 2014 Charlotte Trace race, I had you 14th in batting rankings. After that race, and the event that happened, I put you 6th. Now because of your cowardly actions, not resulting in a penalty for you or your race team, and I say that because Clint Boyer's team got penalized after their brawl with Jeff Gordon's team at 2012 Phoenix, I have now put Matt Kenseth number 2 in batting rankings. That's right. From this point on until something else changes, in which another driver does something even stupider than something Kenseth did, Matt Kenseth is a bigger bad guy in NASCAR than Kyle Busch. And that's real sad. Probably unexpected depending on who you are, but that's sad. Joe Gibbs Racing was once a great team with a great legacy of being good, with drivers like Dale Jarrett and Tony Stewart and Bobby Labonte. But once they got Kyle Busch, that was the beginning of the end. The loyal Gibbs fans started wavering their loyalty because they could not trust him. Then we had Joey Logano. And I don't care if he left later, that still counts. Then Matt Kenseth came along. Gee, look where that went. And then for whatever reason, everyone was hell-bound and determined to turn Denny Hamlin evil and against the good guys and the fans who support those who like legitimate racing. And sadly, it seems they're finally succeeding. And on top of all that, they are going to make a 4th team for Joe Gibbs Racing for, of all people, Carl freaking Edwards. To which, if you know me, you know that he is the top bad guy in NASCAR and the second most evil driver in all of auto racing. And you know what's worse? I know some people don't like the NASCAR, the WWE analogies that you hear a lot, but it's coming true here. The evils of NASCAR, which is my term for the bad guys of NASCAR, is acting like the authority in WWE. If you follow WWE, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up. Brian Francis Triple H, Mike Helton is Stephanie McMahon, Matt Kenseth is Kane, Kyle Busch is Randy Orton, Denny Hamlin is Seth Rollins, any bad guy in NASCAR who's not connected to Gibbs is Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury, and anyone who opposes the evils of NASCAR or is a good guy is either Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, or Roman Reigns. Or probably even John Cena if you want to go that route. By the way, WWE is single-handedly killing pro wrestling, and Ring of Honor's not strong enough to preserve it? Sure, auto racing / motorsports still has drag racing like the NHRA, the open wheel racing stuff like IndyCar, and even off-road truck racing is taking off like a rocket to preserve it. But by the way this is going, it won't be long until NASCAR's popularity is 0 and they will be obliterated. One way or another. I said it on a post in my feed, so it's no longer a secret. Not only is Kyle Busch being the most behaved driver for a team during a race weekend very sad, but so is the fact the eels of NASCAR are finally on the verge of turning Denny Hamlin evil and against us. And also the now confirmed 100% without a shadow of a doubt fact that Joe Gibbs Racing is now the most evil team in NASCAR. And that's my final answer. To end my video, Brad, channel your inner Iron Sheik and tell everyone what you think of NASCAR penalizing you and Tony Stewart, but not anyone associated with Joe Gibbs Racing.
That's fucking bullshit.